Hello friends. So let's see how to apply open work permit in Canada. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe and get notification on cool information about different types of application in Canada. So let's start with the application. Open your web browser. On Google bar write work permit Canada how to apply. Once you hit the enter, you can see the very first link says work permit how to apply on the official website of canada.ca. Click on the link and you are on the official website of government of Canada. These are bunch of information and you can read some instructions for COVID-19 how it affects to the different applications, but we will move forward from this instruction and reaching to our very first question is where are you applying from. So as I have finished my studies in Canada and I'm in Canada, so I'll say inside Canada. The next question pops up is, do any of this situation describe you? So as I said, I have finished my study in Canada and that's the very first thing. You have a valid study or work permit. So yes, I do have valid study permit with me. I'll say yes here. And these are some steps you have to follow to submit application online. You can read all the steps and it has different links, so you can click on the link and you can get more detailed information about each step. I am moving from forward here, and the fifth step that says create your online account or sign in. So before starting your application, before doing anything, you have to create your account with CIC, or if you have, then you have to sign in. So here is a page where you can sign in by two different ways. You can use GC key or you can use your sign-in partner, that's your bank account details, and I'm using my GC key here. Because of security reason, I have skipped some portion of this video that has my login ID and some other details, but you can log in to your CIC account, and once you logged in on the home page, you can find one link, start application. So once you clicked on that link, you can see different tabs says start study permit application, start work permit application. So because we are doing work permit, so click on the work permit application and you can see this page after this. So here determine your eligibility and apply online. So we are applying work permit, so I'll click here. Tab says visitor visa, study or work permit. Click on this tab and you can see bunch of questionnaires. So the very first thing is we have to check are we eligible or not. The first question says what would you like to do in Canada. Of course we have complete our study here, so we want to work here. Click on work. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Of course many of students they want to stay permanently here, but as of now we are not planning to stay permanently. We have to work and we have to find job here, so temporary but more than 6 months. Of course mention more than 6 months here. Select the code that matches the one on your passport. So this question basically asks from where you belong and what's your nationality. I am from India, so I'll say India. What is your current country or territory of residency? Because we are in Canada and I'm applying from Canada, so I have to answer Canada here. Do you have family member who is Canadian citizen or permanent resident? I don't have anyone in my family in Canada who is citizen or permanent resident. In most cases, this is the scenario. So say yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Say no. Do you have any family member? I don't have anyone here. So say no here. What is your date of birth? I'm using the dummy date of birth here, but you can use yours. Just entering random numbers. Click next. So the next thing is, are you a lawful permanent resident of United States? I am not a citizen of United States, so I'll say no. And next, what is your current immigration status in Canada? So I am on student visa, I'll say student here. Do you plan to work in campus? I'm not planning to work in campus. I want to work anywhere else all over the Canada where I'm eligible to get a job. So I'm not planning on campus. Say no. Next. Are you a full-time student or a postgraduate institution and want to work off campus up to 20 hours per week? I'll say no on this because I don't want to work only on campus. I want to work outside in industries or any factories or any offices where I'm able to get a job, so I'll say no. The next question is, have you recently graduated from participating Canadian post-secondary institution? Yes, I have finished my studies from one of the Canadian college, so I'll say yes. Is your work an essential part of your studies? So I'm not doing a co-op application or I'm not applying for any internship program here. So I'll say no, but if you are doing a co-op, then you have to say yes here. But we are not doing a co-op application, so say no. And next. The next thing is, have you been told by Immigration or Refugees or Citizen Canada office that you are approved in principle of permanent residency in Canada? No one told me, and this is like a very rare case. Let's say no. Have you submitted PR application in Canada? No, I haven't submitted yet. Do you have a written job offer? In this case, I don't have job offer, and this is the most general case, so I'll say no. And next. So the next thing they are asking me is, do you have an official letter from your school that confirms you have completed your study? Yes, I do have my graduation letter with me. If you don't, then apply your graduation letter because for applying work permit, you do need this kind of letter from your college. So say yes and move ahead. What is your marital status? I'm married, but when I was student and I'm making this video for you guys, so that time I was single. So he's single now. What is your province of destination? I'm living in Ontario now, and I don't have any plan to move anywhere else. So say no, and it's Ontario as of now. So these are two options. Usually, this is like a checklist. They ask you a couple of questions, and based on your answers, website itself suggests you a different kind of applications you are eligible for. So these are two main things I'm eligible for, and I really need to apply both these things. So the important thing is work permit, but the temporary residence visa is also important. You will get, in general, you will get 3 years of work permit if you completed 2 years of studies in Canada. But in this period, many students has planned to go back and spend some time with their family. So it it is not or whether I should say, you should have a temporary residence visa to come back to Canada. Work permit is not only sufficient to come back to Canada. Work permit only allows you to work in Canada. But if you are traveling, once you finished your study and you are traveling back home and then you want to come back, then you should have temporary residence visa on your passport. Without that, you cannot enter in Canada again, though you have a valid work permit with you. So make sure you got your temporary residence visa before migrating or visiting your home country. But you can apply this temporary residence visa once you get work permit. So let's complete our work permit application here and say continue to postgraduate work permit in Canada. Here are some instructions again. I'm just keeping the instructions and continuing from here. So the first thing for open work permit is, do you have official letter from your school that confirms you have completed your study program? Yes, I just told you about the graduation letter and transcript. So get your graduation letter and transcript. That's the official transcript issued from your college, and make sure you have that paper with you to scan and finish your application. The next thing is, have you had a medical exam performed by IRCC authorized panel physicians within the last 12 months? So I haven't uh, performed any medical exam, but when I got my student visa, I performed it. So as of now, like in last 12 months, I haven't. So say no. And next, have you lived in a designated country or territory for more than 6 months in last year? Because I was studying in Canada, so I haven't moved anywhere and I haven't lived in any particular country. So I'll say no here. But you can check, of course, by clicking this question mark and check uh, if you are come in this kind of criteria. So the next thing is, do you want to work in one of the following jobs? These are some specific jobs they have mentioned, but I am in engineering field, and in most cases, like very few people falls under this criteria. So I'm going with majority and say no and move towards the application. Do you want to submit application for family member? Of course, you guys can submit application for family member, but again, it will be tough kind of selection, and you may got a refusal in your work permit application. So I prefer you should avoid any merger of family member application at this point and say no and move next. So are you giving some access to your application? I'm not giving any access to any other person, so I'll say no and move next. In the last 10 years, have you given your fingerprints or photo for application to come to Canada? Yes, I have submitted my biometrics when I applied for student visa. So say yes here and move next. There are fees associated with this application. So yes, I'm going to pay my fees online. Say yes and click the next. The next question they're asking is, are you able to make a digital copy of your documents? Yes. Make sure you guys have a digital copy of your work permit and necessary documents. And if you don't, then you can use a CS scanner mobile app. You can use that app to create a PDF copy, or maybe if you have printer, then it's well and good. And say yes and click the next. Will you be paying your application fees online? Yes, I'm going to pay my fees online. So say yes and next. So these are some short of summary kind of what you answered. If you answered something wrong, then you can check here and you can change your answer by clicking this pencil at the right side corner, and you can read it all the details and confirm and satisfy yourself. Once you're done, you can click continue button, and these are again steps how it works and how you're going to submit your application. So use your account, save your application, upload your documents, and these are some criteria for sizing of documents and PDFs, and what kind of documents you can, what format of documents you can upload. You can read all the instructions, but again, it's a general instructions. And if you don't have any specific kind of document, then your documents will fall under this criteria, and in the next and last step is pay your fees. Once you click continue, you can see a document checklist and what is necessary that you have to upload to complete your application. So I'm going line by line again. So this is the very first thing is application form. You can download the application form by clicking this link, and that the form name is IMM5710. This form is basic details about you, about your passport, about your birth dates, about your or important dates when you finished your study, when your passport issued, and many other basic things. But you can download that form, you can complete that form, and you have to upload that form by clicking this upload file tab here. And the next important thing is your education transcript. So you should get your transcript from your college, scan it and upload it. The next thing is study later, that's a graduation later from your college. And the most important thing is your passport. So make sure you have both and the important pages scanned of your passport. Make a single file, do not make a separate files or like a separate PDFs of each page. Make a one merge or a combined PDF of your passport copies and upload here. Your digital of photo, of course, that needed to in order to submit your work permit application, and some optional documents. So again, as it says, it's an optional document, you can avoid it, but in many cases some students has to fill up this form and upload it, but in general you don't need to, you can avoid it, but just check it for a safe side, and if it doesn't relate to you, then you can avoid it. And again, the application fees. So work permit fees is in total is like $255. You can pay it, you can submit your application once you upload all the necessary document, and wait for your application, like wait for your application approved. You can check the status by login in CIC account, but make sure you upload all the documents in correct way, and before doing any payment and before doing anything, you should get this transcript. And later, I hope you like this video, you like the information I shared, and please subscribe, please hit the bell icon, and please share my channel to among your friends, and have a good day and take care.